on the brand spanking new Laura Mercier eyeshadow palette. So this is called the Artist palette. It's very hard to say. Artist palette. The box looks like this. The palette looks like this. This is sold at Sephora, and I don't think this is available in stores quite yet. I stumbled upon this online because I just browse Sephora daily like a weirdo, and I stumbled upon it and it says new, but it's not in stores yet. At least it's not in any stores near me yet, so I don't know if it's going to be online exclusive or not, but I did order this online. It's priced at $55, which is quite pricey for an eyeshadow palette. So I thought I would do a review on it to let you guys know if it's worth it. I have had a chance to use it a couple of times. I used it today. I used it in a tutorial that I will post at the very end of this video so you can see how the colors blend and all of that. So that's what I'm going to share with you today. Okay, so first, as always, let's talk about the packaging. So it comes in this like squishy top, like it's not hard, it's like a squishy padded top. Magnetic closure, so it closes like this. It reminds me a lot of the Urban Decay Naked One, how it has just like that magnetic like snap closure. It's kind of hard to open. So it looks like that, and when you open it up, there's a nice big mirror right here, and then you have all of your colors right here. So here's what the palette looks like inside. The color range and the color selection is quite impressive. There's 12 colors total. There's 6 right here, yep, right there, that are kind of more purpley, like taupey purple cool tones. And then the top row right here is more of the neutral browns. And there's a good range of warm browns and cool browns. So I really like the variety of colors that they have in here. Along with the variety of colors, there's a variety of finishes. So there's a few that are matte finishes, there's a few that are shimmer finishes, there's a couple micro sparkles and like satin finishes. So the color range and the finish selection is very impressive. So the powders are quite pigmented. You can see how it swatches there. They are super pigmented, but they're not quite as creamy or like buttery as your Urban Decay or your Lorac or even Too Faced. They're not quite as like smooth or like creamy feeling as those. They're a little bit more on the powdery side, but they don't have a lot of fallout. Actually, they didn't really have any fallout when I was applying it, and they blend like beautifully. Look at those swatches. Look at just how crazy pigmented. And granted, those are the 2 darkest colors, so let's look at some, you know, not super pigmented colors. And look, even that, you can tell it just swatches absolutely beautifully. There's little to no fallout, but they are a little bit more on the powdery side, less on the creamy, like buttery side. Okay, so here are swatches of the first row, the purpley taupey row. So you can see the color selection is really good. This comes off a lot better than just looking at it in the palette. So the first one here is called Sparkling Dew. So this is kind of your shimmery highlight of the palette. Really pretty. I like to use this in the inner corner of my eye. The next one is called Guava. This is like a peachy champagne color. It also has a tiny bit of micro sparkle in it on the golden side. The next one is that beautiful African violet that I was telling you about. I love it. It's definitely like a micro sparkle, so it has that lavender shade with the gold sparkles inside. Next one is called Plum Smoke. That's the perfect name for it. It is a matte smoky plum color. The next one next to it is called Cur Royal, and this is a satin color. It's kind of like a plummy, mauvey satin, matte satin color. And then the one next to it is called Violet Ink. This is your super dark, super rich matte purple color. Okay, so here are swatches of the bottom more neutral brown colors. So you can also see the color range is great. So the first one right here is called Vanilla Nuts. This is your typical kind of matte creamy highlight color. The one next to it is called Primrose. I really like this color. In fact, I didn't realize how much I liked it until I swatched it just now. So this is also like a champagne-y color, but it's different from Guava. So here's Guava, just so I can show you the difference. It's different from Guava because it's a little bit more on the darker side, and I think it's more neutral, and it's a little, it'll match with more colors. The one next to it right here is called Fresco. This is your kind of lighter crease color. It's matte and very creamy. The The one next to it is called Bamboo. So this one is a kind of micro sparkle. It's kind of like a taupey brown with a silver micro sparkle in it. And this next one is called Truffle. This is a darker crease color, dark brown, also matte, also very creamy. And then next to it we have the darkest color in the entire palette called Espresso Bean. This one I'm wearing on my outer corner, my outer V today, and it is also a rich matte color. So for this being my very first Laura Mercier palette, I have to say I am very impressed with the quality of their eyeshadows. I have a hair right here and it's bothering me. I have to say I'm very impressed with the eyeshadows. I wasn't expecting the like rich pigmentation that it provides, and the blendability is just, it's unlike any other eyeshadow I've ever tried before, and I'm very impressed. So if you've had your eye on this, or if you're in the market for a new like neutral purpley palette, check this one out. You might be impressed with how amazing it is. There's a couple of colors in there that sold me on the entire palette, and those alone I think are worth the $55. Alright guys, well I'm gonna go ahead and enter that tutorial for you right after I'm done talking so you can see how it all works. But I hope that you enjoyed this review. Let me know down below if you've tried this palette out and what your thoughts are on it. And I think that's all. So thank you so much for watching, and I will enter that tutorial for you right now.